Excellency, Your Royal Highnesses, Mr. Dean, Your Eminences, Your Graces, dear fathers, sisters and brothers. Whenever Anthony invites me to something, I know it's going to be a protocol nightmare. Thus is the breadth of his invitation list, so if I've forgotten anyone, I'm very sorry. Of course, Minister. It is an immense pleasure to be here and to be able to address you all. And Your Excellency, I thank you for the invitation, not only as a great ambassador, but as a friend and as a Twitter buddy. Because we do tend to follow each other and retweet each other all the time. And it is at this time that I also would like us to remember our dearly departed friend, one of our number, the late Archbishop Gregorius, of blessed memory, and ask Father to relay our greetings to his successor, Archbishop Nikitas, wishing him health and ministry as he continues the legacy that Archbishop Gregorius has left behind. Faith is demonstrated constantly as a problem, and yet just in this gathering we see that it isn't. Because we know that our faith, if lived properly and conducted properly, with the very bare human understanding and recognition, should make us better people. As Christians and in our scriptures, we adhere to the words of our Lord Jesus Christ when he spoke to his disciples, commending them to ministry, saying to them that they would witness to him in Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria, and to the ends of the earth. And so if we look at this ecumenically as our own Christian family, in an interfaith setting, with those of other faiths, and then with those of no faith at all, we must respect the human dignity that is represented in each one of us. And that is what our faith teaches us. Of course, as we all know, we have universal declarations of human rights, and we revere them. But they are merely annotations and an enshrinement of God-given rights of freedom that we all have to choose, worship, or indeed even reject him. And it is within our faith communities that we are able to teach this best. Because we respect the image and likeness of God within all of us. And at this time I'd like to commend especially the Constantinian order and synonymously my dear friend Anthony Bailey, because of the work you do. Not only on these islands, but around the world. Bringing communities together. Bringing us all together, knowing that we represent something higher than the division that is spread within our communities. And knowing that in one another we have a strength to be able to empower and enable each other to respect others. And especially when we face the greatest obstacles to those rights that we cherish, not only for ourselves but for each other. You see, I believe as a Christian, one of the worst things I could possibly do is just look after Christians. Because that would make me tribal. That would make me like those condemned by our Lord, saying, well, what good is that to you? For anyone loves those who are like him or her. And yet it is not only when we accept, but when we love and cherish those who are different, that we show who we truly are. One of the greatest mistakes and tragedies of this decade and decade before, I fear, was the concept of tolerance. Because we were told that tolerance was the baseline. The problem is if we fall below that baseline, we are intolerant. And yet when our baseline is love and respect and human dignity, then if we fall below that, we are still a long, long way from being intolerant. And so it is with that spirit that I'm very thankful that I'm here among you. And not only as a guest, but now even being a non-Catholic, as a member of the order, and that is a great privilege that I carry. So, Your Excellency, Anthony, dear sisters and brothers, thank you for this opportunity. I wish you a very blessed year ahead in all you do, each and every one of you, the communities you represent, the nations you serve, all of those people who rely on you to be an example. Because we know that one candle breaks darkness, and each and every one of you, in the darkness that may surround you, becomes that light that breaks that darkness, and together we become an infinitely greater light that breaks the darkness that tries to engulf us all. Thank you very much.